financial planners, they say that if you have 70 to 80% of your pre-retirement income, that is the income you were earning just before you entered retirement, you should be comfortable. And this is a global rule of thumb. However, in Ghana, the situation is a bit different. We are advised to have at least 100% of our pre-retirement income when we are going on retirement, and the reason being because of our socio-cultural setting. Once you proceed on retirement, you are now an ebusuapin. The truth is that no matter what you do, we'll all experience an income shortfall once we go on retirement, and I'll explain why. So let's take an example of Mr. Mensah. SSNIT takes into consideration your best 3 years annual salary, and then they find an average of that. You should have contributed for a minimum of 15 years, and that will earn you 37.5%. Every additional year you contribute would earn you an additional percentage of 1.125% more. The maximum you can get is 60%, and that is contributing for 35 years and above. So let's assume in this case, Mr. Mensah had contributed for the minimum 15 years. The maximum he can get is 1,687.5. Let's assume he did the maximum of 35 years plus. The maximum he can get is 2,700. Mind you, he was used to a basic salary of 5,000 Ghana cedis. We haven't spoken about allowances or income from side hustles that they were involved in when they were actively working. So we definitely see that no matter what you do, an income shortfall is imminent. How do we deal with income shortfall? I'm going to share with you 2 points. The first point is to budget and reduce your expenses. Budget and reduce your expenses. Budgeting is simply a spending plan. Basically, before you earn your money, you are sitting down to put down a plan that this is how I want the money to be spent. Now, in budgeting, you have to know the difference between your essentials and your discretionary expenses. Essentials meaning things you need to survive: water, food, transportation. Discretionary things meaning things that you can do without. You need to know the difference. The reason being, we want to focus on making sure that your essentials are met, and once that is done, we can look at the discretionary expenses too. The next option is to generate an income through program drawdowns. Now, when it comes to retirement, a lot of us have an idea on what we want to do to boost our income, which is good. But I realized that by the time you are retiring, you have to reduce your risk, because unlike someone like me, if I had a lump sum, I use it for business, it doesn't go well, I go back into employment, I start again. When you're in retirement, you may not have those opportunities. So how you use your lump sum to generate additional income is very important. That's why here at Access, we encourage you to keep your money invested and buy a program drawdown. If you contribute to SSNIT Tier 2 or your Provident Fund for 15 years, you are expecting that SSNIT will be able to replace your income by 38%. If you put your Tier 2 in an annuity plan or a program drawdown, that will further replace your income by 7%. If you have a Provident Fund of 16.5%, which you've done for 15 years, and by God's grace, you decide to put it in a program drawdown, that will also add another 24%. So even though you were earning 38% from SSNIT, you are able to hit 60%, at least closer to the 100% desire or require goal that you have. Now, if you were able to contribute to SSNIT for 35 years, all the better. SSNIT is able to replace your income by 60%. If you have a Tier 2, you put it into a program drawdown, an additional 26%. A Tier 3 Provident Fund, you add it, that's an additional 81%. When you add that, that is more than 160% of your income that you are able to replace. Definitely a comfortable retirement is smiling at you.